Alright, this is Vegeta 8259 again, and today I'm going to be doing a review of the 1 to 100 scale high grade Tallgeese III. And this is what the kit looks like, completely unpainted, just snapped together straight out of the box. And if you want to see the box, you can always go back and watch the unboxing video for him that I uploaded. And traditionally the Tallgeese III is supposed to be basically just white, blue, and this one yellow part here, a little bit of red on the shield, but for some reason Bandai decided to mold most of the armor in a very, very light gray, and then molded the hands and the feet and like the lower torso and a few other joints in a darker, kind of a medium gray. So that always just kind of bugged me about that kit. So, but anyway, you've got blue for the parts that need to be blue, and yellow for the little crest on the forehead. The shield, unfortunately, is supposed to be red, blue, and white, but the entire thing is molded in gray. So they do give you some stickers, though, but they're kind of inadequate in my opinion. The I can't even remember what it's called, Mega Beam Cannon something. It's molded all in gray. Luckily, it's supposed to be mostly gray. This little energy pod back here is going to have to be painted blue. You also get a heat rod that attaches to the shield. You get 2 clear pink beam sabers, and a small unpainted figure of Zex Marquise in 1/20th scale. Also, one really nice feature of this kit is that you can make one of 3 Tallgeeses. You can't make all 3, but you can make one of the 3 versions. Because you get the parts to make Tallgeese III, but you also get parts to make Tallgeese I and Tallgeese II as well. So you get these 2 extra heads, and you also get the dauber gun and the shield and a new set of shoulders that will be shared between the Tallgeese 1 and 2. So I thought that was a really nice addition to this kit. For the stickers, we get this sheet right here. Let's see, we've got a green eye for the Tallgeese III, we've got green eyes for the Tallgeese II, a blue camera eye that's going to go on the Tallgeese I. And let's see, most of these are going to be, like these 2 big white stickers here are going to go on the shield, as well as these 2 white stickers, as well as these 2 white stickers, as well as that white sticker. These 3 little blue stickers right here are going to go on Tallgeese III's face, and I honestly can't remember where that blue sticker goes. But anyway, it'll say it in the instructions. Not like I'll be using them anyway. And after getting a nice paint job, this is what the kit is going to end up looking like. As you can see, pretty much the same colors that the kit came molded in. Only I got rid of all the different weird shades of gray that the kit was molded in and just painted everything in white. And I think it actually turned out pretty nice. For anybody that didn't watch the work in progress videos I did on this kit, the kit does not come with any decals. It only comes with the foil stickers I showed you earlier. All of these decals I got from another master grade, and designed some decals myself for the shoulders and the shield. So, having said all of that, let's go ahead and get down to articulation. The head is on a peg instead of a ball joint, so it can go forward and back a little bit, no side to side, and then it can rotate 360. The shoulder joints can rotate 360 as well. The arms can come out about that far, not very far I know, but that's because of the large bulky shoulder armor. Originally the kit does not have any rotation below the shoulder, however I modified it to include rotation there. And also the kit's going to have polycap, gray polycap elbow joints that'll give it about 90 degrees of movement, and I replaced those with plastic joints that are a little bit less than 90. The polycap joints bent a little bit further than this, but not very much. Let's see, the hands are Kotobukiya aftermarket hands. I replaced those. Let's see, The original hands that came with the kit were these, and the thumb does not move, and you just got 3 fingers and then the index finger separate. And while these hands are fixed pose, they do look better, and I've got 6 different sets of hands, so that's an advantage in my opinion. The torso can rotate about that far to each side. You're definitely not going to get a full 360. The back skirts prevent it from doing so. The hips are on ball joints. They can go forward about that far. They can go back about that far. They can go in and out. The knees are double jointed. They're going to give you about 90 degrees of bend. And the ankles also can go forward and back, side to side, and rotate a little bit. They're on ball joints. These thruster pods on the back, raise the camera up, are on a peg and a polycap. They can go up and down, and they can rotate 360. This fin on the side can go up and down as well. And there's a mechanism inside the thruster pod so that when you open one door, both doors open simultaneously, and inside you can see some inner detail in the thrusters down in there. Now, as far as accessories that come with the kit, the first is going to be this very large beam cannon, and it's actually, when you put it on the ground, it's actually taller than the Tallgeese itself. And it's going to mount onto the right shoulder, and it's actually got a bit of movement to it. The end of the beam cannon here can actually open up. What you do is you grab these 2 little middle parts and slide those out, and then this is going to slide out on the top and the bottom. Can be kind of stiff sometimes, but if you just work with it, you'll get it open. And this is how the beam cannon looks like when it's ready to be fired. And basically it's just going to have a large amount of energy through here, which will be sufficient to destroy a colony or a mining asteroid. Anyway, putting it back is easy enough. Just close those in and then slide these parts back in as well. The handle right here is on the side. It doesn't move, it's just fixed in place. And you got a polycap here that's going to connect to a peg on the shoulder armor, and it's pretty much just going to stay like that. It can go up and down a little bit, but you're not going to get much movement out of it other than that. Now, for the other main accessory is the shield, which, as you saw earlier, unfortunately was molded all in gray, so all of this blue and white and red you're going to end up having to paint yourself. Now, the shield is not, well, obviously it's a shield, but it's also got a weapon housed inside it, the heat rod. Down here you've got the retracted end of the heat rod, and that's just a polycap. You can pull that out and replace it with the full-length heat rod. For some reason, the full-length heat rod is a bit more difficult to get into that polycap, but if you just force it in, it should go no problem. And each segment is individually articulated with a simple hinge. It would have been nice if it was a ball joint like on the Master Grade Epion, but you got to remember this kit was made in 1997, so you got to cut it a little bit of slack for that. Also, the beam sabers are going to be housed in the shield as well. Now, the way they've got it is you got these 2 little squarish things right here, and the beam sabers are supposed to slide down in them like so. But I'm not going to do that because that would absolutely obliterate the paint on the beam sabers. And since I'd like to not get them scratched up, I'm not going to bother putting them in there. But as you can see right here, there's a polycap on the back of the shield, and it simply pegs into the left shoulder armor of the Tallgeese III, and you can just kind of leave the heat rod laying across the ground like so. It's actually a much wider and, in my opinion, a bit more menacing than the Tallgeese 1 or 2, because the weapons are so much bigger and more powerful. Also, one feature I did add to the kit was I took the heat rod from Tallgeese 1 or 2, I can't remember, it doesn't really matter, and painted that in fluorescent orange, did a little bit of highlighting with yellow, and gave that to Tallgeese 3. So now we've got a heated up version of the heat rod, and to go along with the plain white version. And actually, it's kind of funny, in Endless Waltz, in the OVA version, you saw Tallgeese just using the regular white version, but in the theatrical version of Endless Waltz, you got to see they reanimated a few scenes where the heat rod was heated up in bright orange like this. So that's just kind of a nice little throw-in that I did for my Tallgeese 3. And to wrap up the accessories, you are going to get 2 clear pink beams for the beam sabers. And as far as the Kotobukiya hands I added, I've got 2 trigger finger hands and then 2 open palm hands, all molded in white, just because that's Tallgeese 3's color scheme. So that about does it for the 1:100 scale high grade Tallgeese 3 review. And this, I think, is a great kit, especially for a kit that was released in 1997. Like I said in the Tallgeese 1 and 2 reviews, the level of detail from the Endless Waltz high grades is so much better than the high grades from the Gundam Wing TV series, even though they're just 2 years later. Again, I love the fact that you get the parts to make Tallgeese 1, 2, and 3. Plus, the as far as the Tallgeese 3 go, the weapons are really nice. This beam cannon is nice. I like the fact that it can open up and extend. The shield is really nice. They give you the fully segmented heat rod, as well as the extra little end so you can have it in retracted mode. There are a few downsides to this kit. One, I'm going to count the colors as a downside. The colors that the kit was originally molded in, all of the other Endless Waltz high grades in 1:100 scale used white plastic. But for some reason Bandai used those different shades of gray for the Tallgeese 3. Maybe they wanted the parts to look not quite so white if you were doing the Tallgeese 1 or 2. I don't know. It didn't really help. But I honestly would have preferred it if they just molded the whole thing in white, like they did for the other Endless Waltz 1:100 scale kits. Also, some of the other parts, like the shield especially, are not quite molded in the right colors. The shield was all gray, and all that blue, white, and red had to be painted on. But other than that, those are really the only downsides. Well, the knees can be a little bit weak. I think anybody who's built a 1:100 scale Tallgeese knows about the weak knees. But even then, if you're painting your kit, the colors aren't really that big of an issue, and the knees can easily be fixed with a little dab of super glue. So overall, I think this is a really, really nice kit. And until Bandai decides one day maybe to make a Master Grade Tallgeese, I think that this kit is definitely a worthy addition to anyone's collection, because it does look very, very nice. So that about does it for this review, and with that, I'll see you guys next time.